We're revisiting Revelo and their Hexmariner diver. This time I went with a 42mm variant that they just relaunched. The first one I featured was a 39mm, and this is one of those watches that shows specs and numbers on paper should not always be followed blindly. The 39mm on paper was perfect for my 6.5-inch wrist, and I didn't even consider 42. But upon receiving it, it was small, too small in fact. It took me a while to figure out why, and it was down to a rather small dial. Not only does every Hexmariner have a sloped and engraved rehaut, but the minute track doesn't start where the rehaut ends, but is slightly moved inwards, like on vintage watches, reducing the dial visually even more. That made me go for the 42mm this time, and despite it being too big for my taste on paper, with a 42mm diameter and a rather large lug-to-lug, which extends to almost 52 with the T-shaped end links, it ended up wearing perfectly on my wrist. Not only does the dial look well sized in this variant, but the T-shaped end links of the bracelet do the same trick my Zelos Hammerhead does. Point straight down, making them look great even when your wrist is on the limit of being too small. Overall, I can say that this watch is a no-brainer in its 42mm size, and you have to have really small wrists or prefer smaller watches to go for the 39. As for the things the two share, everything is incredible. Revelo calls this their interpretation of a modern-day Submariner, with bevels, facets, and hexagons as the main theme. I would say they're partially right, as this looks and feels like a bastard child between a Submariner and the already mentioned Hammerhead. Yes, the overall look, especially in this two-tone configuration, evokes the Sub, but only from a distance. As soon as you start getting closer, you notice it has quite a design language of its own. The case is a thing of beauty, with sharp lines and clear transitions between brushed surfaces and polished bevels, while keeping excellent proportions. The cool thing is that the bracelet follows the same design and mix of finishes, which makes the bracelet seem like part of the design and not an afterthought. I'm looking at you, Seiko. The only negative, or should I say chance of improvement, can be seen on the clasp. It is beautiful and well made, but instead of on-the-fly adjustment we're used to in today's time and age, it comes with old-school micro-adjustment holes. If this was a $1,000+ watch, it would be a deal-breaker, but at this price point, it is just a small nuisance. The bezel is very easy to grip and operate, with firm and precise clicks and just the right amount of resistance, while the blue ceramic insert goes great with the rose gold accents. The markers and hands are all hexagon inspired and again have uniformity of design. If you go for regular dial versions, you will have a great looking diver that will look familiar but still original enough, while having incredible attention to detail, where every little thing has been designed and shaped as a part of the whole package. This variant, however, has a very polarizing detail, which makes it a love or hate kind of watch, and that is the Aventurine Dial. I've reviewed watches with this type of dial that looks like you're taking a look at a night sky with a powerful telescope, but all those were dressy looking watches, where this is a diver. When I first took it out of the box, I didn't like it. It looked almost purple, grabbed way too much attention, and sparkled at the smallest motion of wrist or my head. But then that same day, I would catch myself gazing at it and getting lost in the dark spaces between the sparkles, as in other lights it would look almost black with sparkles shimmering like stars. This game of not liking it and being absolutely amazed by it is still going on inside my head, even after 2 weeks of wear. So unless you absolutely love Aventurine dials, I would advise you to go for the regular blue dial that goes perfectly with the rose gold color scheme. If you want to attract attention, however, the Aventurine Dial takes an already loud and look-at-me type of a watch to 11. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.